Hi guys, welcome back to The Haunt. I'm B, and today I'm going to be doing some watercolours. So I'll show you what I bought on Amazon first. So to get started, I bought a porcelain daisy palette, which I'm going to mix all my paints in. I bought some drawing pens, which I got specifically because they're waterproof. Some watercolour paintbrushes. Some graphite drawing pencils. Oh my god, this is the best. So this is a kneadable eraser, and it's real squishy, so you can shape it into the shape that you want to erase with. A Moleskine watercolour notebook. And some watercolour paints. This I just got in a Marks & Spencer's around the corner from me. It's what I've been doodling in. So you can see it's got really pretty paper, but I was doodling the boy, trying to figure out how to draw him. Just a few little sketches. A chocobo, which I will be revisiting. And back here, we've got this little happy chappy splashing around. It's a really cute notebook. It made me really happy. So I sketched out the whale boy again, but bigger this time, and then decided to start using the ink pens that I bought. These are really satisfying to use as well. They're real smooth. I literally don't know where I came up with this whale boy in a jar. I was in bed with Nix when I decided I wanted to start sketching again, and this guy is the first thing that came into my mind. But I like him, he's real happy. And drawing the water splashing like that is really fun. I've never done it before, so it was a fun experience. I've been wanting to get back into art for a long time. I used to draw a lot when I was a kid and a teenager, and I just sort of fell off it. So I'm going around everything now with a 0.8 nib, which is the thickest one that came with the set, because I love some big thick lines, as you'll see the more we go through the drawings. Okay, this is my very first time actually using watercolours, so I thought I would swatch them out and see what they look like. I really enjoy using them. I can't wait to actually get to know them better. I know how to actually get the shades in that I want and build them up layer by layer. I just need to be more patient, I think. The blues make some really pretty colours though. And thus begins my trouble with the camera. So, first of all, I totally didn't realise that the camera wasn't recording when I was painting the little splashy whale boy. So that was fun. That isn't the first time I do that. I lost quite a bit of my sketches through this drawing, like this whole drawing video, because I just didn't realise that it wasn't recording. I've never done recording like this before, so it was very new to me and very difficult to do. Hopefully next time I can have a better setup for it. But I enjoyed doing the waters, like here, and trying to make it look like there was some depth and movement going on. I'd definitely revisit this at some point, just so I can see if I've improved a little bit, after using watercolours a little bit longer, because I did 4 paintings this day. It was really relaxing to do. Trying to get some shading on the jar. I like this little boy, he's real cute. He looks like he doesn't mind being in this water jar thing. Also, you will notice I keep leaning into shot, because I didn't realise, because the camera was above me, and obviously you can't just look up and see if you're in camera at the same time, so it was like, I got in the shot quite a lot. Later on it's even worse, until I noticed. If I do this again, I can know better about how to make the whole thing set up a lot nicer. As a whole though, this was a really relaxing experience. I really enjoyed doing it. I'm glad that I picked up a new hobby. And it's a medium that I have a lot of fun with. Like, I really enjoyed the different shades of blue that came out in the water there. I enjoy the way that it moves around. And I just really wanted to push myself with these first 4 drawings that I was doing. I think the last time I drew properly was maybe a couple of years ago, so I'm pretty happy with how everything turned out. Okay, so here I was like watering the paper first to see if it would do anything when I added in the paint on top. I think it gave it a nicer wash of colour. Again, I wish I'd gone with in with more colours over the top. Like maybe I will at some point, because you can't really see here, but I'm dabbing away where some of the watercolour was to give it like cloud effects. It didn't really work out, but that's okay. It was my first time trying it, and this is how we learn. I figured it looked a little bit just plain with all the blues going on, so I thought I'd just go in with the greens and make the grass stand out, which I like. I like how the colours all clash and go together like this. It just makes it look very vibrant and fun. I think it'd make a really cute pin badge. Yay, there he is, happy splashy boy. Whee! It was still wet because I was impatient. And then I sketched out a little chocobo friend, which, oh god, look at me leaning over the whole drawing. There we are, I noticed. I remembered. Trying to get all up in that chocobo's business. So yeah, I just decided that I wanted to do a like sleepy chocobo. I used to draw fan art a lot when I was younger, and I feel like drawing fan art will actually help me get back into the swing of drawing some more. Here come the chunky lines, because I'm loving me a chunky line. I really like how fluffy this boy looked. It looks really soft, and I just want to pet the plumage. God, I love chocobos. I used to have a friend that was scared of chocobos. I think they still are. Yeah, they used to be terrified of chocobos whenever you play Final Fantasy. It's quite funny. So this is just a small, simple one, which takes quite a few base colours. I'm really annoyed at myself because I kept going out and washing out the palette. I wish I got a bigger palette in the end. But I kept washing everything away, which meant that I kept washing the yellows away, being like, I don't need yellow in the next drawing. Every single drawing I've done today needed yellow somewhere. It was like, I should have just... I jumped the gun, I should have just left it there. Anyway, shading this fellow was real good fun. Trying to get all the different like highlights and lowlights of his feathers. And especially since I'd made his beak one piece with his face, like getting the shading between them was quite fun. I keep going in and dabbing away the excess because I kept thinking it was too dark. Obviously as it dried it got lighter, which I need to think about more the more I do this hobby. But it'll come to me. That's the thing with new hobbies, you just learn as you go. And you can see on the beak as well, because I'd gone in with quite a heavy dosage of the dark yellow, it almost fades away the black, which isn't super great. But that's fine because I go over it again later with a pen. I really like the fact that these pens don't leak. I saw them on an artist channel I've been watching and they recommended them. But you know when you're like, oh surely that will work for me. Thankfully it did and they didn't leak at all because I would have been gutted. I was so excited when I realised that my delivery of art supplies had arrived. Obviously I've listed everything I used at the beginning of this video. You don't have to get the same stuff, but it's there as an option if you want it, and I'm going to link everything down in the description as well. So I finished up with my chocobo and moved on to another idea I had, which was a cat in a window watching the cat in the moon. I don't know, man. Like, I just wanted to try myself doing different things. I really, really like how this cat came out. I thought it was so cute. It looks so round and soft. And I wanted to try a different thing as well, of not giving myself a border to work with, but still try to get the round effect. Obviously, to make him stand out, I decided to make him a black cat. And I had a bit of a trouble deciding until I got to the eyes what I was going to do, because obviously I've given his pupils off to the side. Luckily, it made it look like he is still looking off and up. And then I went in with some blues and purples. And see, there's the yellow I need for the moon. God damn it. We live, we learn. There's me panicking because I put a really dark purple behind the cat in the moon, which meant it wouldn't show up very well. But I really like the effect that this, like, mixing the colours to had in with all of the water on the page, because it gave it a really nice sort of galaxy effect, which was what I was after, which is real good, so I'm happy with that. Again, I am a super impatient person, which is something I need to work on with my future drawings, and you'll see in a minute, I didn't exactly wait for the paint to dry, which meant that I smudge it up into the cloud at some point, which is annoying, but it's fine, I make it work, and it turned out better. Adding in some more, like, smudges of colour. There it is! I tried to rub it out, but it wasn't dry. God, yeah. So I decided to cross-hatch, or hatch, in the clouds to make them a little bit less stark, considering they should technically be shaded, because obviously they're in front of the moon, and I'm trying to make it quite a dark piece, but I didn't want it to blend in with the cat too much. I like how it turned out though. I thought it looked pretty cute. Then I thought it looked a bit plain though, without anything. I didn't have any white gel pen, so I just went in with a white watercolour over the top to give it a few little star dots around. I really like how this came out. There we go, trying to rub things out. Even though the white paint isn't dry yet, B. What are you doing? Oh, okay. This is upsetting. I lost all of the footage of drawing my little tea witch up until this point. I thought it was recording, but it clearly wasn't, so it missed the whole sketch. It missed the inking side. I'm fine. It's okay. I wish I'd got it, because I am really, really proud of this drawing. As I said, I haven't drawn properly for a couple of years. I really like the style of this one. I've wanted to draw a witch character for a long time, like one of those witch soners. And as I was drawing her, I wanted to do a little tea witch leaning on a teacup. So I'm happy with the way it came out. She's got a little tea, like, label hanging off her hat. And that's when I realised, oh my gosh, I can make her Lady Grey tea, which includes lemons. And that means I can add yellow to the picture instead of just using browns. Because I wanted to again push myself, because I'd never used this medium before, and use a very small colour palette. So I wanted to only use browns, and that was it. And that's when I was like, oh, but if she's Lady Grey, she can have lemons, which gives me another colour, because I'm sneaky. I'm just outlining everything to make it thicker again, because I love me some thick lines. I think they look chunky and cute. I've written in Lady Grey underneath her. I was like, I will do a really nice calligraphy or something at the bottom to say Lady Grey. And then I remembered I don't know how to do that. So I just get rid of that and give it some shading later. So I go and do the lemons, and actually when I realised I can make it look like she's dyed her hair like a tea bag. So the top of her hair is blonde into like the colour I used for the tea. I thought it was cute. Trying this skin colour that I came with the set, with the same, and then the shading I'm using is the same colour I'm using for the bottom of her hair and the tea as well, so it was a bit of a gamble. I've never actually done this sort of shading before. I think it turned out well. Like, I really enjoy how it came out. I think it looked cute. Again, I'm really impatient, so I just kept painting and painting, even though other parts of her weren't dry, which meant sometimes it leaked and oh man, look how bad my roots are. I don't know. But man, they are just in the frame, aren't they? Then I went in and did the tea and the smoke or steam coming off the tea. This is like a burnt sienna. Sienna? It's a burnt something colour. I really like it. It's really nice and warm, and it looks really tasty. And it's almost got like a, I don't know, like a yellowy hue, I guess, to it. Because it's brownish, but also quite light. I don't know. I thought it worked really well for this character and for the tea lemony feeling I wanted from it. I wanted to try going a little bit more with the just throwing loads of water down and then just filling it in with more colour to give it the watercolour effect as it went up as well. It didn't work out quite how I wanted, but I enjoy how it turned out in the end. I hope you guys are finding this video fun, or interesting at least. I had a lot of fun getting back into a hobby, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So going back in with browns now, which I haven't used yet, on just making her dress brown, making her hat brown, adding in some different shadings and colours, because she's a tea witch. She has a brown outfit on. It's like a tea bag. That was literally my idea, was that her hat was supposed to look like a tea bag with a lemony sash. I don't know if it translated across very well, but I enjoy her. I think she's real cute. She looks like she'd be quite sassy. oh my gosh, here we go. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do the boots. Oh, I know it's not dry yet, but I'll just add in the yellow, and then I'll add in the bottom. Oh, everything's smudging. Okay, I guess I'll just, like, go back in again. And that's when I realised I'm not going to do the writing. It just looks bad. The yellow also meant that I could do more on the handle to make it look a little bit different. And I was debating if I was going to make the teacup brown or not, or just leave it white, but then I realised the white looked kind of boring, so I went in with the browns on the UK flag and Ireland flag, and flag? Map, God. And then I went in with greys to do the cup, to sort of give it a little bit more depth and dimension. So yeah, going in with some more shading with the greys, and then doing like some shadows on the floor, and yeah, my witch is basically done. I think I'd wish that I'd put her further down the page, but I didn't realise how small I was doodling her, and I didn't want to redraw her. But yeah, I really, really like how she came out. I thought she looked so cute. I'm so happy with her. Her hair's all blobby and it just looks really soft. So yeah, this is my very first time doing watercolour, and I'm really happy with it. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and if there's anything you want to see me do in the future, then shoot a comment down below, and maybe I will do it next time if I make another one of these videos, if you guys like it. Until then, I'm B, this is The Haunt, and see you next time.